Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you clicking on that video as always, and we are here with another weekly wears video. This is our 20th episode of doing this. So when I started it 20 weeks ago, essentially, I wouldn't have expected to keep doing it, but you guys seem to like these videos, so I'll continue to do them. Like I said, what I enjoy most, I think, about doing the weekly wears videos is it allows me to sort of look at my collection as a whole and say, I haven't worn this one in a while, let me try it, as opposed to just wearing the same thing every day for a week. Because there are times where you have that sort of one signature thing that just makes you feel confident. You just want to wear it because it smells great. With that being said, I want to wear my entire collection. So doing these videos actually motivates me to try different things every week and try things out of season, to be quite honest. So, which I think you'll see in this particular video. But enough talking, let's get right into the list. So on Sunday was a beach day, family beach day. It was actually the 4th of July, so I wanted to wear something bright, fun, attention-grabbing. I was just in the mood to wear this one, and it had been a little while since I wore it last. Absolutely love this scent. Scent I'm talking about is Mancera's Cedrat Boise. Now, Cedrat Boise, incredible scent. Gets compared to Creed's Aventus. I do see some of that comparison. I don't think it smells like Creed's Aventus, though. I think that this is a bit edgier. It's a bit rougher around the edges. It's a bit more, it's not as smooth or rounded as Creed's Aventus. This is a bit smokier. Not like the smokiness from the birch that I get in Aventus, but this is a bit ashier almost. And I also get a bit of a leather accord in this. So you might say, why are we wearing leather on the beach? It really depends on the day and how I wear it. Certain times I put this on, I pick up the leather. Other times I don't pick it up at all. But there are certain instances where I get sort of a leather accord from this, which is stunning in my opinion. There's a reason why people love this one and why it's one of the more highly recommended sort of entry-level niche, as some say. I understand that. It being an entry-level niche it's not as difficult to wear as some niche fragrances can be. It's not quite as bold as some niche fragrances. However, if you've only smelled designer fragrances at the mall, at a kiosk in the mall, when you first smell Cedrat Boise, you're gonna notice the difference. It's a bit richer. It's a bit more in your face. It's a bit dynamic, a little more dynamic than what you might be used to smelling. And it's just incredible in my opinion. Signature scent worthy. I wore it to the beach that day, but that's the thing. You can wear it in hot weather. You can wear it to the beach. I didn't go super heavy with the sprays. I went maybe 5 or 6 sprays and it lasted me most of the day. And at night, this turns into something else. So depending on what you're wearing, if you're wearing a leather jacket and you throw this on, maybe some more of that leather accord comes out. I absolutely love this scent. I get great longevity from it all day. This is the Eau de Parfum concentration. There is an intense version that I have not tried yet. I would start here. You can get this for a great price. I'll be sure to link it down below. On the opening, I pick up the lemon, I pick up the bergamot, black currant, cedar wood. It's fruity up top, fruity, smoky, a bit leathery, well-rounded citrus. Absolutely love this one. Wore it on Sunday. Mancera's Cedrat Boise. On Monday, I went with one of my favorites from the house. This is actually another niche fragrance, one of my favorite niche fragrances in my collection. Scent I am talking about, Creed's Himalaya. You don't hear about Himalaya as much as you do some of the other fragrances from Creed, but in the air, it's this super uplifting, almost soapy, spicy, clean smell. It's fresh. It's sort of old school masculine in a way. And what I get from this is a tiny bit of green Irish tweed, some of that DNA, some of that Creed DNA, and some of these more masculine Creed fragrances, but just an incredible scent. I don't get the best longevity from this, so I spray a little heavier than normal. I do about 10 to 12 sprays pretty much consistently with this, and it lasts me about 5 or 6 hours. Bergamot, ambergris, grapefruit, pink pepper. There's a ton of notes in this. I pick up a lot of the sandalwood. It has a woody base and just stays super fresh and clean throughout its entirety. And my wife loves this one. When I spray this, she'll walk in the room and can smell sort of the sillage of it. And the sillage of this is incredible. One of the reasons to own Creed Himalaya is that the sillage is just phenomenal. It's just one of those intoxicating scents that I can't seem to get enough of. Wore it on Monday, Creed's Himalaya. On Tuesday, I went with one that I haven't worn in a while, and it's probably my favorite in the line, as it is a lot of people's, and it's sort of, some might call it hype, but it's good. Scent I'm talking about, Acqua di Gio's Profumo. When I first tried this scent, it was reminiscent of the original Acqua di Gio, which I loved, with this added incense note that people talk about. It has a bit of a darkness to it. It's a dark aquatic. Oh man, but this scent is intoxicating to me. If you spend any time wearing Acqua di Gio, I love this twist that they put on it. This, my understanding, is discontinued, which is unfortunate because this is such a fantastic scent. It has that typical sort of marine note that is very familiar with Acqua di Gio. It's unmistakable. You get that. It has a classiness to it. It reminds me of just, if I went out to dinner and wore just a black shirt, all black, right? Black jeans, black shirt, some nice shoes or boots. And this is when it's gonna shine. It could obviously be worn during the day, but I would go for something maybe a bit brighter and not as dark as this is. A lot of times people don't really talk about the darkness that this has. The LME, that incense in here, adds to that, and it doesn't ever get really smoky to my nose. Some people like all sort of aquatic, salty aquatic. Sometimes people will get the rotten egg smell. I don't personally get that. I guess it's more common in Profondo than Profumo, but people have talked about that. So this is one that I would suggest testing. Unless you have experience with Acqua di Gio, I would definitely test this prior to buying a bottle. I would not blind buy this. Not that it's not a safe scent, but it might not be what you're expecting because there's so much hype surrounding it. If there's a super hyped fragrance, I always encourage you, unless it's the safest fragrance ever, most of the time I'm going to encourage you to test it and sample it first and wear it on skin. Go to the mall, get it sprayed, wear it on skin for a few hours, see how it develops, see how it comes off of your skin. I get all day performance from this. This is an 8-hour plus performer on my skin. So really great performance. And it's a fairly linear scent, in my opinion. It doesn't change very much. Just dries down beautifully into sort of a woody musk with some of those aquatic notes still lingering. Yeah, I just love this one. Wore it on Tuesday, Acqua di Gio's Profumo. So on Wednesday, I went with that scent that I sort of told you that isn't necessarily in season. It's been hot weather, but I had been sort of thinking about this scent, seeing it on my shelf and saying, I haven't worn that in a while. I'm going to wear it today. Scent I'm talking about is Pasha de Cartier's Parfum. So as soon as you look at this bottle, I love the bottle, and it just is reminiscent of some of the old school sort of barbershop-y fragrances that I remember being on like my grandfather's shelf as a kid, and just very cool bottle. I really like it. Pretty good atomizer. So in the air, it's just really clean. I get a lot of the sandalwood on initial spray, but then I get this ambery, fruity booze accord. And that's pretty much what I get most of the life of this fragrance. I get a lot of patchouli. It's warm, it's deep, it's resinous almost. It's woody, has almost a balsamic feel. This thing is a beast. So you're gonna project for a while when you put this on. So don't go too heavy with the sprays. Definitely test this. When I first smelled this off of a strip, I was like, what is this? This is incredible. One of my favorite designer fragrances. Lasts all day. Just really great performer. I would say this fragrance has a sort of elegance to it. Not going to work in every situation. Definitely not signature scent worthy, but can be pulled off in a few of those situations where only this could be worn. I imagine dressed up. This is going to be a beautiful scent for the fall, in my opinion. This is going to be worn a lot in the fall time. Love this one. One of my favorite designers, as I said, Pasha de Cartier's Parfum. So on Thursday, I went with a fragrance that I can't believe I only paid like $12 or $13 for this one. One of my favorite cheapies in my collection, scent I am talking about, is Perry Ellis Portfolio Elite. And I have really been talking about this scent since my first times, since some of my first videos on the channel. Horrible atomizer, made a weird squeak, but in the air, it's just this sort of fruity, aromatic, fresh, spicy green grass, just springtime type stuff, fresh out of the barber shop. It's a bit herbal. Yeah, that spiciness. Oh man, I love this stuff. You know what? To all the fragrance snobs that say you can't find good cheapies, all cheapies are junk. Don't waste your money. Save up all your money. Don't spend any money on something that's cheap. Save it all up and just buy something more expensive. That's fine. I understand the logic behind that, but why not spend $14 on something that smells incredible that I guarantee you if you smelled off of a strip or on someone's skin that you're not going to know that this is $14.99. This is one of those scents that despite it being cheap, it doesn't smell cheap. It doesn't smell like a $14 fragrance. It has depth to it. It has complexity to it. Apple, white currant, geranium, lily of the valley, caraway, cardamom, musk, oak moss, vetiver, amber. This has complexity to it. It's super enjoyable. It smells fantastic. I love this one. When I first sprayed it on, I was like, wow, this reminds me of Chanel's Platinum Egoiste. It smells a lot like Chanel's Platinum Egoiste in certain ways. That scent, I would say, is more refined a bit and just a bit more luxurious, but you're spending a lot more on that one as well. And not that you should compromise. If you should smell them both. I wish there was an easier way to sample this, but for $14.99, if you don't own Chanel's Platinum Egoiste, this is a nice alternative to that. But you can own both as well. It's okay to own both. To me, they do have their differences and they do have their similarities. But for what this does, it does really well and at a great price, at a value price. I get about 6 or 7 hours of performance from this. This lasts longer than I thought it would. But it has that sort of foamy aftershave, just out of the barbershop chair type vibe to it. It does it really well. Perry Ellis Portfolio Elite. Not the prettiest bottle, but what are you gonna do? So this next scent I wore to dinner on Friday night. My wife and I went and had a nice dinner at this really cool spot, this speakeasy in Boston, in East Boston, to be more specific. And I wore this. This is a new addition to my collection, and I absolutely love it. Scent I'm talking about is Loewe Solo Platinum. So this is a Spanish house and a Spanish designer, Loewe. Yeah. It's a fresh, spicy, warm leather that I pick up immediately. And this has incense in it and a tea note. It's a bit green and just super classy to me and a perfect date night scent. This would work great really in any season. I would not wear this during the day in really hot weather, but this was a warmer night that I wore it out to dinner with a nice breeze coming off of the water, and the sillage of this is fantastic. It changes a lot. So in the top, when you first spray this, I pick up a slight sweet citrus along with the tea. There's this green note that stands out to me. It could be the tea. I pick up some lavender, the spiciness coming from the nutmeg, what is sort of like a black pepper to me. I don't know if black pepper is an official note of this. I also get a lot of the thyme. But this scent, it's one of those ones that is just, it doesn't smell like anything I have in my collection. And I love that. I love adding new fragrances that I really enjoy, that sort of fit a role in my collection, and this doesn't smell like anything. And I really enjoy the leather note. This is classified as a leather fragrance. I pick up a lot of the leather. I know some don't. I personally pick up a lot of the leather, especially in the mid and on initial spray. So in the dry down, I get more of that fresh, spicy, peppery sort of tea note that sort of lasts throughout the life of this fragrance. Super enjoyable. So glad to have added this. I really want to sort of explore the House of Loewe because I think for value, this is one of the best. I paid just over $50 for 100 ml of this, and I'm so happy I did. Wore it on Friday, Loewe Solo Platinum. Finally, on Saturday, I went to a graduation party, and I wore probably one of my most complimented scents since I've started this channel. I was complimented on this fragrance no less than 6 or 7 times when I wore it. scent I'm talking about, Sedley from Parfums de Marly. Man, just this citrus aromatic that is fizzy, almost like a Sprite. Like when you first pour a Sprite, if you stuck your nose in the cup, you pick up that sort of fizzy tonic water type sweetness to it. There's lemon, mint, bergamot, grapefruit, just an absolute bomb of citrus up top. But that mint sort of brings it all together. And I love mint when it's used like this. Lavender, rosemary, geranium, adding to that sort of cooling nature this has. Lots of Ambrox, and this lasts forever on my skin and clothes. I actually brought a 5 ml decant with me. And I honestly didn't really even need to re-up, but at one point I put my hand in my pocket where the decant was. It was in the same pocket as my keys. That was a mistake. Somehow the top came off and I had an entire pocket full of Sedley, 5 mils worth of Sedley in my pocket. I was projecting like a beast, but like I said, I got a lot of compliments. I gave a lot of hugs. This was a graduation party, friends, family, people I hadn't seen in a while, all saying the same thing. You smell incredible. I was really surprised. This is definitely a mass-pleasing scent, but it's one of my favorite mass-pleasing scents because it is a little different than some of the other things out there. It sort of ticks other boxes other than just sort of that peppery and Ambrox and balm that so many people are used to when they think blue people pleaser type scent. This has a little bit of a twist to it. Just an absolutely beautiful scent. I do plan on getting a bigger bottle of this, but for now, this is gonna do. This is the smaller 2.5 fluid ounce, and this was a gift. I believe this was a Christmas gift. So absolutely love this scent. Wore it on Saturday. Parfums de Marly's Sedley. That's all I have today, guys. I appreciate you guys so much. We are approaching 1,500 subscribers, and I am just humbled by that. And I couldn't do it without you guys. That's why I continue to do these videos, and I just appreciate it, guys, so much. I will be doing a giveaway probably around the 1,500 subscribers, maybe even before that, and then do another at 1,500. So I truly appreciate it. Thank you for all the support. You guys are the best. If you guys like what you saw today, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video, hit that bell notification so you are updated whenever I upload new content. But until then, have a fantastic week, and I'll see you in the next video.